Hi everybody, it's Martin from Branco Customs here, and today I'm showcasing a new knife that I made. This one was made specially for a client, and it's a one-of-a-kind slip joint. Now there are a couple of factors about this knife that make it particularly unique, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that now. When I set out to make this knife, I wanted it to have a fairly thick blade. Now most slip joint knives, blade thickness tends to be around 3 mm wide. Now this is particularly important because also the backspring that operates the mechanism is also approximately 3 mm wide. And all of these things are related to how strong the spring will be. So to make a slip joint knife, with this one being a 4.5 mm thick stock blade, meant that I had to have at least a 4.5 mm thick spring, which obviously means you're going to end up with a very strong spring. In order to give this knife extra presence, I actually opted to give it a 5.5 mm thick wide spring, which is particularly unique, and there's only one other maker out there so far that I've ever seen that designed knives of this type with such a wide spring and wide blades. So I actually reached out to this other maker by the name of William O'Kelly of Karoo Blades from Africa, and he was terribly delightful and sent me lots of information about what sort of shape my spring should be and how to get this type of mechanism to work to suit the geometry that I wanted to end up with. And I'd like to say a quick thank you to him for all of his support, helping out a fellow maker, and it helped me to create what is a pretty awesome knife. In fact, this knife has got pretty much a 99% stainless steel construction. The handle scales and the blade are both hardened cobalt stainless. All the screws are stainless. The pins that hold it together and the pivot are hardened stainless steel. The only thing that isn't is a couple of Phopspher bronze washers. I've got an inkling that this knife is going to pretty much outlast anybody that's alive today. The blade shape of this knife is probably best described as a Nessmuk Tanto, but with full hollow grinds all the way around it, leaving a pretty damn slicey edge. All in all, I'm delighted with how this knife turned out, and I could see certainly some new versions of this coming out in the future, possibly even with titanium side scales. We'll just have to see. And the one last important point is the name of this knife has actually been named after the person that it was bought for as a gift. So, Zach, hope you have a great 20th birthday. Enjoy your Z-20 knife. It's a one of a kind.